I'm going to tell you something that most women will never admit out loud, something that might save your relationship, your sanity, and potentially years of your life from being wasted on someone who's already mentally checked out. You see, men, when a woman is preparing to cheat, she doesn't just disappear overnight like in the movies. She starts lying, but not obvious, clumsy lies that you'd catch immediately. She uses specific phrases, carefully chosen words that sound reasonable, even caring. Phrases that make you feel guilty for even suspecting anything is wrong. Phrases that flip the script so masterfully that you end up apologizing to her for having basic relationship concerns. I'm going to expose the 4 specific lies women tell right before they cross the line. Because, brothers, these phrases aren't accidental. They're not random emotional outbursts. They're strategic psychological manipulation designed to create distance, confusion, and guilt while she prepares her exit strategy. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you the most important secret, the one thing you must do when you hear these words coming from her lips, because your response in that crucial moment will determine whether you save your relationship or lose years trying to fix something that was already broken beyond repair. But first, if this content helps you protect your relationship and your heart from psychological manipulation, hit that like button right now. And by the way, tell me what city you're watching from. Female psychology knows no borders. And these patterns show up in every culture, every age group, every economic background. The women in my practice come from all walks of life, but they all use these same 4 lies. Lie number 1, I just haven't been in the mood lately. And men, here's where most of you make a fatal mistake that I see over and over again in my practice. When a woman says these words, every instinct tells you to believe her. It sounds honest, right? It sounds understandable. Everyone has dry spells. Life gets stressful. Work gets overwhelming. Bodies get tired. Hormones fluctuate. It seems completely reasonable. But here's what I know as a woman, and what I've learned from countless conversations with women who've cheated. When we're genuinely tired or stressed, we still crave intimacy with the man we love. We might want cuddles, tenderness, emotional connection. We want to feel close even if we're not up for full physical passion. The desire for connection doesn't disappear just because we're tired. If anything, stress makes us want to feel safer, more connected, more loved. A woman who truly loves you will seek comfort in your arms, not push you away from them. She'll want your touch, your presence, your warmth, even if she's not interested in intimacy specifically. But when a woman completely shuts down from physical intimacy for weeks or months, when even touching feels like a burden to her, when she flinches away from casual contact, like holding hands or cuddling on the couch, when she creates physical barriers by always wearing more clothes to bed, always being too tired for any form of physical affection. This isn't about being tired, men. This is about redirection. Her body didn't stop wanting intimacy. It just stopped wanting intimacy with you. Here's the psychology behind it that most men don't understand and that women rarely admit, even to themselves. When a woman is emotionally investing in another man, her body naturally starts to protect the relationship she's building with him. Intimacy with you starts to feel like betrayal, but not betrayal of you, betrayal of him. She's already given her emotional energy to someone else. So physical intimacy with you feels wrong, dirty, like she's cheating on her new emotional partner. You become the obstacle to her new emotional reality, and her body responds by making physical connection with you feel wrong, uncomfortable, even repulsive. The cruel irony is that she's not lying about not being in the mood. She's genuinely not in the mood for you anymore because her mind, her heart, and her body are already somewhere else with someone else. Watch for this specific pattern. She says she's not in the mood for intimacy with you, but she's more energetic about everything else. New workouts that she's excited about and talks about constantly. New clothes that make her feel confident, suddenly caring about her appearance in ways she hasn't for months or years. She's taking selfies again. She's buying new perfume. She's shaving her legs even when you haven't been intimate in weeks. She's reading romance novels or watching romantic movies with a dreamy expression. Lie number 2, I just want to focus on myself right now. And here's where this lie becomes especially insidious and where I see most men completely miss the warning signs because it sounds so psychologically healthy. Oh, this phrase sounds so evolved, so mature, so psychologically enlightened. Self-work, personal growth, finding myself, healing my inner child, working on my boundaries, discovering my authentic self, exploring my identity. And you, as a good partner, you support it wholeheartedly. You even admire her commitment to self-improvement. You think finally she's taking her mental health seriously. This is good for both of us. But let me tell you what this really means in female code, based on what women tell me in private therapy sessions, when they think no one else will ever hear. I'm creating emotional distance between us, so that when I take the next step towards someone else, it won't feel like such a big betrayal to me. You see, men, real self-work in healthy relationships includes the partner. It says I'm growing, and I want us to grow together. It looks like couples therapy, shared goals, honest conversations about what needs to change in the relationship. Real personal development in a committed relationship sounds like I'm learning about my attachment style. And I want to share what I'm discovering so we can understand each other better and be closer. Healthy personal growth in a relationship is collaborative, not isolating. It brings couples together, doesn't drive them apart. But when a woman suddenly wants to grow in complete isolation, when your support, your opinions, your very presence suddenly becomes an obstacle to her growth, when every suggestion you make about growing together is met with resistance or irritation, the psychology here is crucial to understand. She needs to create a version of herself that exists independently of you before she can justify betraying you. She needs to convince herself that she's outgrown the relationship, that she's evolved beyond what you two have together. The cruelest part, she'll make you feel selfish for wanting to be included. She'll frame your natural desire to share her life as control, as possessiveness, as lack of support for her growth. She'll say things like, you should be happy I'm working on myself. Or, why can't you just support my journey without needing to be part of everything? Or, I can't grow if you're always trying to be involved in my process. And every time you express confusion or hurt about being excluded, she uses it as evidence that you're holding her back or threatened by her growth or not supportive of her becoming her best self. Real personal growth in a committed relationship looks like this. I want to become a better version of myself, and I want you to be part of that journey. I'm learning things about myself that I want to share with you because sharing my growth with you makes it more meaningful. Fake personal growth sounds like I need space to find myself, and that space can't include you because your presence interferes with my authentic self-discovery. The difference one includes you in her evolution because she wants to grow with you. The other uses evolution as an excuse to grow away from you. Lie number 3, you're being too controlling. You ask a simple, logical question. Where were you? Who's this new coworker you keep mentioning? Why are you coming home so late recently? Can I see your phone real quick? Who are you texting during dinner? These aren't unreasonable requests. These are normal relationship check-ins that healthy couples do without thinking twice. And boom, suddenly you're controlling, you're possessive, you're insecure, you have trust issues. You're being toxic masculinity. You're suffocating her. You're threatened by her independence.